Hello guys, welcome to another video. I'm in the garage today. Today I'm going to be doing a sentimental glass snapping video. Let's get into it. So this is what's left of one of the bottles. I've lost my glass cutter, so I just had to smash it with a hammer. But I've salvaged a bit that I think could be a knife. And then this is the other bottle that Jodie gave me to nap. I am worried. I've just scored it. I am worried that it's just going to go clear and not white, which is a bit of a shame because I wanted one white and one purple, one for me and one for Jodie, but see how they turn out anyway. So this garage eventually is going to be my main napping space. So I've got a corner bench here, a pallet bench, which I'll show you in a minute. I've got lots of stuff to go up on the wall. Behind me is a bit of a back screen for filming. And this is that purple bit that I've salvaged just from the bottom. It's a really odd shape, but we'll see what we can do with it. So yeah guys, I can't wait for you to see the finished garage. It's going to be great. It's going to give me a nice new space to work from and call my own. Yeah, so I can't wait to show you that once everything's on the wall behind me and I've got all my logos up and signs up and stuff. It's going to be my own little Flintknapping YouTube filming area, which will be quite cool and exciting. Get into the shape of it. Take some of that bulk away while shooting as long a flake as possible across that edge. So we're running well over halfway on some of these flakes. The flake scars are quite nice, but again it's just a really odd shape. Don't really want to thin down the piece too much at this stage because I risk snapping it. I just want to get a nice shape. I don't really know where to go with it, but probably sort of lose that corner. Yeah, already that purple's coming off as well, so both of them might be clear and I might just have to paint them afterwards, but I kind of want it to be a sentimental piece for me and Jodie because these are her bottles that she gave me. I don't want to mess them up, but it is difficult. Because the idea was to have two nice coloured knives, one purple and one white, and I was going to put them in a box frame if they looked good enough, you know, up on the mantle, but the way this glass is napping, I'm not too sure about that. We'll just see. It's not going too well so far. Always a compromise because you're always looking to run long flakes across the face of the work, but with this, in order to get the shape down, because it's such a peculiar shape, I'm trying to take material off the outside and working in. You end up running much shorter flakes, which is fine to get the shape, the actual profile of the blade itself, you know, get the outline shape right, but then it makes shooting longer flakes off the face harder later. You've got to push sort of, there's your edge. And if you're shooting small little flakes, you're pushing your edge up before, or sorry, pushing the edge down and then it's harder to get a flake to sort of almost curve over through the short flake and over the face of it. So you're almost creating a ramp or a mountain for it to climb. I'm sure we can grind that out with the file and bring it back to a square edge or a near square edge. Right now I'm just focusing on the actual outline shape, because at the minute it's all kinds of whack. It's looking a bit too L-shaped. You've got to sharpen your pressure flakers so much, so frequently, should we say. Right, now I've gotten through that little platform. I can zigzag now. That's good, because I want to lose this corner. Another thing that's quite interesting about my flint knapping journey, knapping glass, has actually helped to overcome a lot of PTSD that I had about broken glass for a long time. Never had a problem with broken glass, never scared me in any way. You know, I never really worried about how sharp it was or anything like that. And then got into a bit of an altercation at a house party many years ago. Would have been 21, 22, something like that. And got into a bit of a fight with some guy there, and with someone I knew quite well, and he ended up putting a pint glass through my face, which is why I got all these scars here that have never really healed. Big lacerations. I could see my teeth through my cheek. It was that bad. It was a real big opening. After that day, I had a bit of a problem with broken glass. I just whether it was PTSD or whether it was just fear or anxiety, I don't know, but I hated broken glass, and I kept, like, if I don't know, if a pint glass would fall off the kitchen side and break, I would almost recoil and cringe because it was that triggering for me. And glass snapping has actually helped me overcome that, and I don't have a problem with it now at all. That's another interesting thing for the probably for the thought of what is it they call it, exposure therapy. So it's probably, you know, and now I'm happy having all these shards of glass kicking back up in my face or landing on me, and I don't fear it at all now, which is great. So I think just even doing this has helped me overcome that fear, which is quite cool. And another thing about glass snapping, don't try this at home, but I always do. Nap bare feet. I prefer to nap bare feet. I don't know whether it's another little thing that ties me back to our ancestors whenever I'm flint napping, but I just always find napping bare feet really therapeutic. I know there's obviously a risk of cutting yourself or standing on flint or glass flakes and shards and stuff, but I'm so used to it now that I think even when I do stand on bits of glass or bits of flint or bits of obsidian, it doesn't really bother me that much. I've had chunks of glass and obsidian in the heels of my feet for months and months. I think it's just obviously where I'm used to it. And I had a couple of people say after the cordage making video as well, you know, oh my god, you're handling those nettles with bare hands, does that not sting? And I say, yeah, of course it stings, but you just, the more you do it, the more you get used to it, and it doesn't hurt. It only hurts if you let it hurt, or if you're not used to it. There you go, I've got some glass stuck in my hand now and it's bleeding, but you know, you've seen plenty of videos of me covered in blood. The more you get used to it, the less it affects you, I guess. It's the current shape now, so we are getting control over the glass a bit more. So I'm going to start coming up this side now. There's still a lot of curve that I need to try and nap out. I might have to lose quite a bit of that tip, but that highlights the purple strip and how a lot of the purple's going now, which is a bit annoying, but never mind. It's quite a nice overall shape. It's getting there, but still quite a way to go. So I was thinking of something like that for the handle. Might look quite nice. So guys, don't forget to stay tuned for the white bottle as well, so that'll be a separate video. Make sure they look good together, and then yeah, hopefully show you some photos of them in a box frame. And that is one done, one to go. So that's one down out of the purple bottle, and then one more out of the white bottle. That's the end of the video, guys. I hope that you like that one. If you have, give it a little like below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again next week.